Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, it almost doesn't even feel like Friday. I mean, it does and it doesn't. I feel a couple different ways about it. I feel like Friday got here really quick. But I also feel like I had a really busy week this week. Vet appointments and therapy appointments, and I made a ton of videos. I actually made a lot of videos today, which I didn't expect to do. But I have filmed like 5 to 6 videos every single day this week. And so, and planning to go into the weekend and do that as well. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not swearing on it, but that's my plan for tomorrow because Alex is going to this wedding. So my plan is to film some videos tomorrow as well. How are you? But it feels like the weekend, like all of a sudden it just was Friday and I'm like, what happened? What happened? Where'd the week go? I'm not sad about it though, in all honesty. I'm kind of ready for the weekend. I am ready to, well, I mean, I relax every day, but I'm ready to just kind of lay low. I mean, I won't film as much as I usually do if I do film this weekend. But I am ready to watch some TV shows, take a long walk tonight, and hang out with the dogs. And I'm just excited about this weekend. And it has been absolutely beautiful the last 2 days. The last 3 days in Indianapolis, it has been absolutely beautiful. Today, I'm actually uploading a video. My Welcome to Plathville reaction, Season 7, Episode 3. I am uploading on my phone right now. So I cannot see the temperature, but I think it's like in the 80s today. It is beautiful outside, but already some of the leaves are changing, and so there's like leaves in the yard. The puppies are just loving the leaves right now. They love to like run through them. They're very intrigued by the leaves. They don't really understand them. And so when we're out here, you know, they'll like all of a sudden they'll just like look up and Otis will have a little leaf in his mouth, and they get so excited about the leaves. So anyway, and my neighbor across the street, the gardener, she has quite a few leaves in her yard, and so I took them over there today because she was like, bring them over here, I want to see them. So I took them over there today, and they were playing in all the leaves around her shrubbery and over there and stuff like that. And she's like, they love the leaves. But it's beautiful in Indianapolis. It is bright and sunny. You know what, I've been explaining it like kind of like an apple harvest like day. I think the reason why is like when I look out, there's like, it kind of reminds me of like red gold apples, you know, like not the brand, but like, you know, reddish gold apples like in the fall. It's just like all the colors are like, it's yellow and golds, and I mean, there's a lot of greenery still, but it's just a beautiful autumn. It's been beautiful early autumn days so far, and I love it. The temperature has not been super cold at night, so it's been really nice outside at night. And yeah, kind of a scary story that happened last night, which I will tell you in just a second. But yeah, and I'm back on the front porch. I do want to say something about that because there was like a comment or two about, a couple people were like, I really miss Peter filming on the front porch, which I appreciate. And a couple people, I think 1 or 2 people said they skipped the videos where I film inside. Listen, it is always, listen, Linda, I haven't said that in a while. It is always my first choice to sit on the front porch and vlog. Always. If I'm sitting inside, it is out of necessity. I don't anymore, and it's never to upload videos. I want to make that very clear. That can, like right now, I'm in the process of uploading videos. I think I ended up filming on my channel today, or on my channels today, on every channel except for my BookTube channel. That was the only channel I didn't film on today. And after this, I may film a BookTube video. We'll just see. Or I may save that till tomorrow or Sunday. But I like those videos, like I haven't made most of the thumbnails. I haven't uploaded. There's not one video posted yet today. And it's later in the day. It is currently right now. It is 4:42. I haven't, so that can wait until I'm done with my vlog. So it's never like I don't sit inside anymore. Because I'm uploading videos. I want to make that clear. If I'm sitting inside, it's out of necessity. So it'll either be like a weather thing, like it's raining outside, or when it gets colder and it starts like it's too cold for me to sit outside even with a coat on, I will film inside, number 1. Number 2, the other reason is that Otis and Walter are still rather young. Obviously, they're, you know, they're still puppies, and so they're still getting acclimated to the house and stuff like that. Like right now, Alex is inside and he's upstairs and they're hanging out in the bed with him. When he's home, like, and they're hanging out with him, I can come out here and I can sit for an hour and a half and I can vlog. I mean, I could probably do it when he's not here. A couple of times, like, if I'm sitting at the desk and I'm working, Walter's usually like the first one that does it, but like, and it's just been in the last week that they've gotten more used to this, so this might start happening, but like, they start getting really, really tired around, like, I would say between like 3 and 5, start getting really tired, and they might like wander down to their house, their little crate. If they go down there, I'll put them in there, and then I'll come out here and film. But if they're in the living room, and they're like in their beds, or they're walking around and whatever, I'm going to film inside. Like, my number one concern is the well-being of the dogs. So, in that case, and I don't really think, to be honest with you, and I know that, you know, I'm not talking to the neighbors and all that kind of stuff, but there's not a whole lot different other than me sitting in this chair versus me sitting, I mean, I know the lighting is not great in there and stuff like that, but versus what I'm talking about, it's not a whole lot different. And, you know, and I know that some people really, and like I said, I would 100% prefer to sit out here. This is always my first choice, to sit out here in this chair on the front porch. I get to watch everything that goes by. I get to, you know, watch the beauty of the nature. This is very, like, you know, balancing for me and things like that. So if I do have to film inside, and listen, and I understand if people are like, I think somebody said it's not as cozy or something. I get that, you know. I understand that it's just a different vibe, and maybe that's not for you. And listen, no hard feelings. I totally understand that. I just wanted to explain that if I'm filming in there, it's because of necessity. It's because, like, they've just eaten and they're kind of walking around, and I just want to keep an eye on them. If they're sleeping and they go to their house, I'll just put them in their house and I'll come out here and vlog. But, like, usually Alex is home, and so they're hanging, like, right now they're hanging, you know, out with Alex in bed. He was actually, so today, Alex went into work. He usually does his meeting from home, but like everybody was in the office today. So he went into the office, because they usually, like, they all Zoom this meeting on Fridays. He sometimes has 2 meetings on Fridays, but today he just had 1. But then they were all working from the office. So he was like, I think I'm just going to go in the office so he could be around other people. He was like, because if not, I'll just work from home. He's like, by myself, and you'll be asleep. So he went in the office until he got home about 12:30. I was going to look at my phone to see what time he texted me and say he was coming home. But he went in about 8, and he got home about 12:30. So when he came home, I hung out with him and the dogs, and we came out in the yard and did a little leash training, the 4 of us, and all that kind of stuff. And then we went upstairs, and we were, like, on the bed. I did this Peter Does Stuff video today of me showing all of their favorite toys. And I hadn't planned on doing that, but I was kind of like cleaning up their toys. I was making the bed to like film some videos, because when he was like, we were laying on the bed, he was like, I think I'm going to start a new show. He was like, are you going to film videos today? And honestly, at that point, I was like, I may just film my vlog and then listen to my audiobook and read all day long. I was kind of like in the mood. But then I knew that he was doing this dinner tonight. So I was like, well, if I film now, then I'll be done by like 6 with everything, and then tonight I can just read and watch shows and take a long walk and nap and stuff like that. And so he was like, okay. So, because Alex is going out to dinner with one of his girlfriends, and then they're probably going to go and have drinks later. So, he said he's getting picked up. I can't remember what time he said he was going to get picked up. Actually, just poured my very first cup of iced coffee for the day. I don't put ice on it anymore when I bring it out here to vlog, because it melts. Well, especially in this glass. The Tervis cups, they don't really like get sweaty, but these glasses get really sweaty. But I think this is plastic, by the way, but isn't it so pretty? Anyway, so tonight I'm just gonna hang out with the dogs, watch TV, read, and stuff like that. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about having, I mean, that's what most of my nights are like. But typically, like getting my vlog up and filming and stuff like that, that sometimes goes till 8:30, 9, you know, and 9:30, like sometimes when I post a vlog, I've been like, you know, doing everything. So tonight I'll be done with everything by like 6. So 6 on until tomorrow. Depending on if I film videos tomorrow, I'm real excited about just relaxing, and I want to read a lot tonight. I gotta like finish these Alex Cross books. Definitely by this weekend, I have to get these books done, because I want to next week start the September Alex Cross books, and I really want to read the Dan Brown book. Like I really want to listen to, I got it on Audible. So anyway, so he was like wanting to start some new show. He said he saw it on TikTok. It's like totally not a show that he would watch. I was going to text him, but my video is still uploading. It's actually, whoa, my welcome to Plathville video is like 30 minutes, it's like 28 or 30 minutes. That's why it's taking a while. The show he is watching, he keeps on putting Wednesday off. I don't know why. I keep on putting Wednesday off too. I don't know why. But it's some show, District something, or it's some mystery thriller. He says he's heard all about it on TikTok. So he started it today. It looks like, to be honest with you, it looks like a BritBox show. It doesn't look like anything that he would watch, but he loves those legal drama and those legal thrillers. So we were laying in bed and we were like, it was like after we had done a leash training, we came inside, took them upstairs, they were hanging out with us, they were playing on the bed and stuff like that. And so he was like, I think I'm going to start this show. Are you going to film any videos today? And I was like, well, where are you wanting to be? And he's like, well, I can go downstairs if you want to film up here. And I said, okay, well, maybe I will film a video or two. I'm trying to do more Sister Wives videos on my drama channel because I have so much fun doing those. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll just do like a Sister Wives video and then my vlog. But then I did my Sister Wives video. I honest to God, when I started today, because Fridays have been kind of like, I haven't filmed as much on Fridays. The last couple Fridays as I, have in the past. My video just got done. That was quick. I still have 3 videos to upload in there. So, so today I was like, okay, so I did this Sister Wives video. I'm like going down. I don't know how, I finished it with, I did a Peterisms video and I did a review. I think it was Marissa that sent me the Milano London Fog cookies. So I reviewed those today. Those were so good. They are so good. They taste just like Earl Grey tea. I mean, like, just like Earl Grey tea. They are so good. So I did that. I did a Sister Wives video. What did I do right after that? Because I did it on, like, I filmed 2 videos back to back. I'm like, what are my channels? Why can't I remember my channels? Hold on a second. Because I did them 2, 2, 2 is how I did them today. So I did this Sister Wives video. Oh, then I turned around. Oh, no. I didn't do the Sister Wives video first. I did the Peter Does Stuff video where I brought all the toys up from their, well, not all of them, because some are in the crate I still left down there, but their favorite toys from the crate, from downstairs. I brought some of their small little bed up, and I did a video with the dogs showing that. Alex was getting such a kick out of me, like, putting all the toys in the beds. I was like, they were falling out of the bed, and the dogs were going crazy. Like, just getting the video prepared. I should have, like, done, like, blooper footage, because it was so funny. I never do blooper footage, because I don't have my camera out, like, 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? But, like, it would have been such cute blooper footage, because the dogs were like, what's going on? Where's Dad taking the toys? Blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, I did that video, and then I turned around and I did the Sister Wives videos. I'm loving doing the Sister Wives videos. They just... And I'm not going to exclusively do, I want to make this clear, I'm not going to exclusively do Sister Wives videos over on my drama channel, but doing the TV drama and stuff, I'm just really enjoying that. I'm having a good time with that. So, but I'm going to keep it up. I'm not going to do it every video, but I'm going to keep it up. I mean, I'm going to do Sister Wives commentary going forward on that channel. Like, that's my plan. So anyway, I did those 2 videos, and then I came downstairs, and at that point, Alex was like, I think like halfway through the episode, he was telling me about the show, and I was uploading the videos, and, well, I was rendering them. And so I said, are you good to sit down here? He's like, babe, I can sit down here all afternoon. It's totally fine. And I said, okay. So I went upstairs, and then I filmed my movie review for the movie that I watched last night, which was Dangerous Animals. And then I also watched Season 7, Episode 3 of Welcome to Plathville, the newest season. I watched Episode 3 last night, took notes on it, and so I turned around and did that video. Then came downstairs, was rendering that stuff, and then that's when I started uploading videos on my phone, like my drama video. And then, that's why I've got like, I think I have 3 videos uploaded, and 3 that I have to upload. And I've made 2 thumbnails so far. I've got a lot of stuff to do when I get done to vlogging. So anyway, so then, like, he looked over at me and he's like, because, Alex isn't usually here with me during the day. It's funny, like, when I'm around somebody, I mean, on the weekends and stuff, or like late at night when I'm filming, but like, when, like, I went out to Arizona and I was, like, filming around Mel and stuff like that, I mean, to me, it's just kind of like I do this, And when I was, like, Mel was like, I didn't realize so much goes into all this of, like, what you do and, like, preparing it and what you think about and, like, all this kind of stuff. I don't really think about it, but, like, Alex today was, like, looking at me and he's like, you're so funny. And I go, what's funny? And he's like, because, like, I had a pen behind my ear and I was, like, crossing off stuff in my list while I was, like, rendering this video. And then I was, like, counting stuff in my head, like, okay, as far as, like, which video I was going to do next and whatever. He was like, I don't, unless I sit with you for a day while you're filming, I didn't realize, I sometimes forget that it's like this all day long, And he was taking the dogs out. So that was nice today because, like, earlier we did the leash training stuff, but, like, throughout, like, me filming, he was taking them out, like, every hour. So I was like, well, are you still good down here? And he's like, yeah, babe. I said, whatever. I said, okay, well, I'm going to film 2 more videos, and then I'm going to go outside and do my vlog while you're hanging out with the dogs. So I went upstairs and I wasn't going to do a Peterisms video today because I did one yesterday. Sometimes with the Peterisms videos, if I do them like every other day, it gives people a chance to like catch up. But I was like, I think I'm just going to do another one today. I used to do the Peterisms videos every day. I'd like to get back to that. I love doing those videos. And I want to get back to doing booktube videos every day. I kind of feel like I have a list of booktube videos to make, but I kind of feel like I want to get the Alex Cross books done. I don't know why, like that's like blockage in my head. So anyway, I went upstairs and I filmed the Peterisms video, and then I did the Milano cookie review, and then I came downstairs and his one pair of AirPods was like dead, so he was like, can you bring me my other pair? And I said, well, you can go upstairs if you want because I'm done upstairs. He's like, are you sure? And I said, yeah, and I'm going to go outside and vlog, so you don't need your AirPods. So he went upstairs, the dogs followed him. And then I was down there and I was like making the 2 thumbnails and getting some of these videos, and I was like, I'm gonna go vlog and I can do all this later. And so here I am. And that's been my day today. It's been a great day. Took the dogs over to see Mrs. earlier. They love her so much. Oh my God. It's interesting because she's a cat person. She's not a dog person. I think she told me, my middle back is really hurting. I think she told me years and years and years ago they had a dog. But they have 2 huge cats right now. But they're not like real dog people. I mean, they're super friendly. He keeps, this is so sweet, he keeps a box of like milk bones in his garage for like, they're bigger though, for like the bigger dogs that walk by. So like the bigger dogs, like the standard poodles and stuff, they always like when he's out there grilling, he'll be like, do you guys want a bone? And so he keeps a bone, like, but they're not milk bones. I don't know what, I think he gets them at Trader Joe's or something like that. But anyway, they're super friendly to all the dogs in the neighborhood. Oh my God, he's Mr. Villages. I so want to turn this camera on and show you. It's the 2 flags up in the back for me. And he's got this hat on that has like one of those things that like hangs down like a scarf on your neck so your neck doesn't get burnt. I wonder where he's going because the pool's closed. So he's not going, he's just, and he lives over there, but he came this way. So I wonder where Mr. Villages is going. But they are so, like, they love the dogs so much. Like, whenever they're out, because, like, so I bring them out, they do their business, and then they kind of just sit in the grass. Sometimes I sit in the grass with them, which is really nice. Otis doesn't like to walk on the leash, like, at all. So, but let me just tell you, okay? Last night, I took them out. I'll tell the story, and then I'll tell you what I did last night. Well, maybe I should just tell what I did last night. I don't even remember what I did last night. Well, I'm slowly working my way through, what do you call it? It's that show on Netflix, The Romance. I keep on talking about it, and I get it wrong, so I should probably look it up. What's it called? Netflix. Romance. Is it? What's it called? Love, Con, Revenge. It's like 6 episodes. It came out September 5th. The series is led by Cecily Fahey, a public figure who was a victim of Simon Leviev, the swindler, and Brianne Joseph, a private investigator with over 15 years of experience. How many episodes does it say? I think it's 6 episodes. I'm on like starting the 5th one. Maybe, I don't know. I don't dislike it. For me, I'll be 100% honest, it is not binge-worthy at all. Not binge-worthy at all. You know what I wonder? I never put the pillow up like this. I wonder if I put the pillow up like that, that would help. Pool crew lady number 1 is just checked her. Oh, that does feel a little bit better. It's a little firmer. She just checked her mail. She got no mail today. She just walked out to her mailbox and then she walked back. No mail. That's a little bit better. And now I feel like I'm sitting straight up like that, though. I need to take these pillows out and bring the... I have other pillows. Do you guys want to see the pillows I saw that I want so bad? Okay. Let me see if I can find them. Hold on. Don't you think these pillows are so cute? Where can I find them? I literally just screenshot these pillows. Oh, here they are. Like, scan it up really big. Look at those pillows! Aren't those so cute? Don't you think those would be so cute for out here? They're like $15.99 or $14.99 each, so I'm thinking about getting those for out here. But anyway, gotta start decorating for Halloween. So I'm kind of like slowly, when I eat, is when I watch that show. I like late at night, like when I'm going to watch my shows, I'm like, I'm not real excited to do all this. So anyway, last night, what did I watch last night? Well, I watched some of that while I was eating. I took a nap. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was getting ready to lay down, and Tanya called me, and so I ended up talking to Tanya. Laura's dog, do you hear it's going crazy? I ended up talking to Tanya for a little bit, and then I got off, and as soon as I got upstairs, Mel texted me, and I was like, girl, I am so sorry, but if I don't lay down now, I won't get my nap. And I knew I was going to watch a movie. I didn't know what movie I was going to watch, but I knew I was going to watch a movie to review for my movie channel today, and I knew I wanted to watch Welcome to Plathville, plus I had Big Brother to watch. So I was like, and it was like, at that point, it was like, I don't even know what time it was, like 10:45, and I was like, I've got to lay down and take a nap. So I took a nap. I didn't take a very long nap. I think it was like an hour, 15 minutes, which is not long for me. I can nap for points. Got up and came downstairs. It wasn't the first time that I took them out. Because usually late at night, they like lead me way over there into Laura's yard. It wasn't then. So I came in. Nikki and I were texting. I was asking her. I know we talked. Nikki and I talked last night too. And then we were talking about watching Big Brother. So I said, okay, I'm going to start watching Big Brother. She said she was going to start watching. Then she texted me like 2 seconds later and said she was going to bed. She was going to watch it this morning. Because she was going on a field trip with her son today. So, so then I started watching Big Brother. I watched Big Brother last night because it was the eviction. It went exactly how I knew it was going to go last night. I said to her, I go, this is exactly what's going to happen. She had already read, like, I think her uncle, Nikki talked to her uncle, and her uncle was like, thought she had seen it and told her what happened. And I said, I think I already know what's going to happen. And so I watched it, and it was exactly what I thought. There's not really a lot of surprises this season. But then when I got done, I was like looking through movies, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the dogs out now. So I got them like in their harnesses and their leashes, brought them out here like I always do. And they kind of acted weird. It was real strange. They kind of acted weird as soon as I was telling Tanya and Nikki this. And I was telling Laura this too. They kind of acted weird as soon as like we came out here. Like we like got like halfway down the walkway, and like they both kind of just stopped. And I was like, come on guys, let's go. Let's do your potties. Let's go out here. And so I brought them to the yard. I usually like walk them all around the yard, and I walk them all the way through the yard down to Laura's, and then I walk them back the front way. Then we do like come up the walkway, and then or up the driveway. And that's like I practice a little bit of leash training late at night. I got treats in my pocket and stuff like that. And then we come back in. That's usually what I do like once an hour. So they were acting real weird. Like right as we got into the yard, like Otis just sat down. Walter was kind of standing up, but he was like real perky. Like something was going on, like he heard something. But Walter kind of always acts a little nervous like that. Like he's always like, if he hears something, like if they hear a dog bark, like they're pulling me inside. Like they're scared to death of dogs barking. Like I don't know what that's about. But like any sound, like Walter gets real freaked out about it. Otis not so much, but Walter like gets real freaked out about any sound. So like I said, I usually... So, I mean, I was like almost going to go show you guys, but you've seen my yard so much. Anyway, so like we go to the end of the walkway, and then we turn left and we walk like along where her mulch and stuff is. And then I take them down there, and there's like certain areas where they like poop and do their business. And then they usually do that, and then they walk over to the rock, because she's got this huge rock in from her mailbox. They sniff all around the rock, and then we go around the rock and we come back all the way up the front of the yard, and then up the driveway and back. Well, right when I got like to... It was like to the end of her window that you can see into her garage. Well, you can't see into it because she's got curtains over it, but where you could see in her garage, Otis just stopped, like laid down on the ground. And I was like, come on, Otis. Like he never does that. And I was like, come on, Otis. And he like just looked at me. He like would not move, like just lay down on the ground. And Walter just sat down right next to him. And I was like, what's going on? So I was like, come on, guys. And I was like trying to get them up. And I didn't really understand what was going on. Now, I will tell you, since the fear of the coyotes have been out here, I keep a very keen watch on everything that's going on. I'm constantly like looking and stuff. So I'm like, the edge of Laura's house is now probably about 5 feet in front of me. And we're standing in front of the window that goes into her garage. And they're like on the ground, like they won't move. And so I was like, come on, guys. And so I get them up. And Otis will not stop. Like, I almost was like, is he sick? Like, what's going on? And so, like, I picked him up, and as soon as I picked him up, he got, like, kind of perky. Well, I was like, come on. Well, then Walter, like, stood up, and I took a step, and I, like, as I took a step, something caught my eye. And at that point was when I was, like, right at the edge. I could see, like, Laura's, like, just the end of her driveway. And there were 3 coyotes that were standing there. I've never, like, in the entire time I've lived here, I've never seen a pack of coyotes. I've never seen coyotes this big. A couple people have reached out to me. A couple people commented and said that their dogs were attacked by coyotes and stuff. I feel for you. I don't know. I mean, I was Googling stuff like crazy last night. Like, what do you do in a situation like that? Blah, 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 whatever. I mean, I stopped. And in that moment, like, I just, like, looked at these coyotes. And, I mean, I had Otis in my hand. And I don't know what they saw or whatever. But, like, I turned, and as soon as I turned, they darted for the woods. And I got those dogs. I was like, come on. And I got the dogs inside so quick. Well, then I came back out here. And then I called, who did I think I called, that was when I called Tanya. And I was like, who did I call? Because I was like, I want to get a picture of these coyotes. Well, when I went out, there was no sign of them. I put the lights on back, because I knew Laura was already asleep. So I put the lights on out back, because we have, like, all 3 of us have floodlights on the back. And when you turn one on, they're motion sensors, so all 3 houses, the floodlights go up. I looked out the back. We have cameras out back. Couldn't see anything. I could not see these. I don't know where they're living. People think they're living in the woods behind the pool, but, like, not behind us, like, on the other side of the pool. They think they're living, because there's, like, a ravine. They think they're living there. But these coyotes were big, you guys. Like, they were, like, the size of, like, a golden retriever. I mean, like, they were big coyotes. Now, I have seen kind of, like, lanky coyote, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of a little afraid to, like, walk at night now, but I never see them when I walk, and they were scared. I mean, like, they ran as soon as I turned, like, they ran, because I was inside in 2 seconds. So I don't know, like, apparently they're scared of humans, but then when I was reading online, they're like, if they come for you or if they attack you, you have to fight them, spray water them. I was like, what? So anyway, for the time being, when I take the dogs outside, we are just going right here. We are not going over there anymore. It's real dark. So, like, over here at night, it's real lit up because we have the carriage lights, and then we have floodlights over off of the side of our building. My neighbors have floodlights that go off and on. They're motion censored. We have the carriage lights on the end. So all of this over here is real lit up. Apparently, they don't like lights. So this area over here is real lit up. But, like, Laura's driveway, her floodlights are, like, on the back corner of her house. And, like, the front of her driveway. Like, when I saw them, they were kind of standing, like, back in the shadows a little bit. In the area of her driveway's real long. In the area of her driveway that's kind of shadowed. So, when I read that they like darkness, like, because they're, like, put lights around your house was one of the things I saw. We've got all kinds of lights around our house. Maybe that's why I've never seen them. I mean, our little area right here is probably one of the most lit up areas in the neighborhood. I don't know, but I was freaked about it. Took the dogs out, still took them out last night, but I mean, like, real short leashes, baby, and I kept them right here. Like, they were, and it was weird because it was almost kind of like they kind of sensed it a little bit, you know? So anyway, I was so nervous about that. But when I take them out anyway, I mean, they're in their harnesses and their leashes, and I have both of them. And, I mean, I put my hand, like, through the leash and wrap it around my hand. They're so close to me anyway that, I mean, it would take 2 seconds to reach down and scoop them up and run inside. But, like, still, like, to see it in person and to hear, I mean, I don't know where these coyotes are coming from. Like, I texted Laura, like, Laura and I were talking about it today. And I said, hey, just FYI, when I took the dogs out last night, there were 3 big coyotes in your driveway, so be careful. And she said, Jesus, yeah, they're sticking around the neighborhood, and they're huge. And I said, yeah, they were really big. And she said, she said, yeah, it's really scary. And she was telling me all about chasing one in the off the other day. And I was talking to her about, like, I was like, yeah, you told me about that. And then she said, and then she was like, what time was this last night? I said, probably I think it was about 1 o'clock was when I took them out. So, well, when I came inside, I mean, I'm looking out the back windows. I'm like, what's going on? Are the coyotes out there? The coyotes? I was, like, real nervous about it. Not that they were, like, going to come in the door or anything, you know, but anyway, and I've read everything online, so I appreciate it, but you don't need to give me 1,000 recommendations of, like, what to bury. I mean, there's stuff online about using perfume that they don't like and pungent smells. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm just not. So, When people want to like, what you need to do, because I know when I bring this up, people will be like, oh, this is what, there's going to be 10 people that are going to tell me what I should do with coyotes, okay? I read all about it last night, trust me. I spent about an hour, the camera stopped. I spent about an hour last night reading about what I need to do with these coyotes out there. So anyway, but, well, it was scary. It was scary just seeing them. You know, interestingly enough, it's weird. It's like scary, but at the same time, it's kind of majestic, because it's not like, you know, with all the other animals, like, I see them out here on a daily basis, but I don't see coyotes out here. And so it is kind of like, it's almost like spiritual, you know what I mean? Like to see this animal that's like roaming through the neighborhood at night, no matter how dangerous it is, you know, it's like almost kind of like spiritual that these animals that are running as packs at night, you know, when you think about it, it's like I'm scared of the coyotes because I don't want them to hurt my dogs, right? So I got to take care of the dogs and make sure that we only stay right here and I'm keeping eyes out, all that kind of stuff. But to the coyotes, they don't know that they're doing anything wrong. You know, they're just doing, I don't know, Margaret Wrinkle changed my mind on all this stuff. She really did. Margaret Wrinkle has saved my life on just how I think about everything in this world. And just slowed my mind down a lot from reading The Comfort of Crows. But it's like in their mind, they're not doing anything wrong. I mean, they don't know that they're like what we perceive as these really scary animals. You know, they're just looking for sustenance. They're just like, you know what I mean? And so anyway, then I came in and I felt at that point that I just felt like I deserved a couple of my apple fritter donut bites. So I had a couple of those and a cup of coffee. I was up, baby. I was up. I was like, I need a cup of coffee. I was up. So then I was picking a movie, and I think I was looking on, I was looking on AMC to see how many episodes of Daryl Dixon was out. So the new season of Daryl Dixon is out. So Daryl Dixon is the spinoff of The Walking Dead. I love it. It takes place in France. What did Tanya say to me the other day? I was talking to her, and she said, and I got laughing so hard. I said, it is so good, because Tanya loves The Walking Dead. And I was telling her that Dead City Season 2's out. She's like, I haven't even watched Season 1 yet of Dead City. She goes, now I watched, Tanya says stuff and she so believes it. She goes, I watched Season 1 of Daryl Dixon. And I go, well, I said, she goes, I didn't really like it. It was kind of stupid. And I go, what was stupid about it? She goes, well, they're like in Paris living in the Eiffel Tower. I go, what? She goes, yeah, aren't they like living in the Eiffel Tower? I go, no, not at all. She goes, isn't the Eiffel Tower in a scene? I go, yeah, it's in the scene, like the base of it. But no, they're not living in the Eiffel Tower. She goes, why do I think they're living in the Eiffel Tower? I go, girl, I don't know. But no, it's like mostly the countryside of France. It's beautifully done. And I said, it's like they live in this castle at the end. And she goes, they do? And I go, she goes, maybe I haven't seen Season 1. Because she loves everything Walking Dead. Because I keep on telling, she's like, how you describe TV shows cracks me up so much. Because I was telling her about, what's the show that I'm so into? War of the Worlds. She got laughing at me on the phone. Oh, this is how we got talking about Daryl Dixon. Because I said to her, you need to watch War of the Worlds. I said, and I'm like 3 sentences in on the other side of the phone, I just hear her start laughing at me. And I'm like, what are you laughing at, girl? And she goes, I just love how you tell a story. You've never heard this before. When Tanya and I, when we drive around, she'll be like, tell me a movie or tell me a book. She like wants me to tell her like the plot. I don't know why. She thinks it's real soothing or something, and she gets a kick out of it too. She'll just laugh at stuff I say. She'll be like, just sometimes the way you explain stuff is just so funny. So I was telling her that she needs to watch War of the Worlds. And I said, you know, it's like The Walking Dead, but it's not zombies, it's aliens. But like, you know how like in the Walking Dead, like once you're kind of past the zombie part, it's just really about like the people and the relation. She started laughing at me. And I go, what are you laughing at? She goes, I love how you tell a story. And I go, but what's funny? And she goes, because you and I are the only ones that think that way. Like we don't really care about the zombies. I go, a lot of people think that way. That's a lot of why people like The Walking Dead. She's like, I guess I just don't talk to as many people about, then we're having this whole conversation about, anyway, so then we started talking about the Walking Dead spinoffs, which I don't think she's even seen one of them. She said she's seen them all. And I go, well, you haven't seen Dead City? She goes, no, I haven't seen that one. Then she's asking me stuff. Yeah, this was last night. She's asking me stuff about Housewives that we haven't even watched yet. And I said, she said, and this is how because we have kind of a rule, we don't ruin stuff for each other anymore. And she said, have you watched this week's episode of Orange County yet? And I said, no. And she goes, well, you'll be surprised to find out. I said, Tanya, I said, I have not seen it, girl. Okay. And so she starts laughing and she goes, have you watched, what's the other one we're watching right now? Orange County. Why can't I think of the other one that we were watching? Damn. Miami. She's like, have you watched Miami? I go, no. She goes, well, in Miami, I said, Tanya. She starts laughing on the phone. She thinks it's funny. To this day, let me just tell you a story, okay? And I bring this up. If she was sitting here right now, she would, you want to talk about eye rolls? She would roll her eyes so far back into her head. She is so tired of hearing this story, okay? I don't forget stuff. This was whatever year the book came out. Tanya read that book, The Silent Patient. Okay, she loved that book, The Silent Patient. I think it's by Alex Milik. I don't know what his last name is, but anyway, he's written a bunch of books since then. She did this with the Last Mrs. Parrish, and she did this with The Silent Patient. Okay, those two books. It's why I've never read them. So we're in the car, and I'm talking to her, and I was like, what book did you read? And she's like, The Silent Patient. Or no, she didn't tell me. No, she said The Silent Patient. No. She said to me, she goes, it was when she got her Kindle. And she was like, well, there are all these books that come out on the Kindle. They're not famous. You wouldn't even know this book. You'll never read this book. She goes, but it was so good. And I go, well, how do you know I wouldn't read it then? And she's like, because I know it's just some stupid book. You'll never want to read it. And she goes, it's so good. I had just downloaded it on Audible. It literally came out like that week, right? So I go, well, tell me about this book. So she's telling me all about this book. She tells me everything that happens at the end of, I mean, I remember to this day. And I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, but she's talking about psychiatric hospitals. I remember the ending of it to this day. I said to her, I go, this book sounds familiar to me. And she goes, well, I know you've never heard of it. Because I got it on, it was like 99 cents on Kindle. What she didn't know is that sometimes the new releases, they release for 99 cents on Kindle first. I think it's to boost it up in sales or something. I don't know why they do it. But we found that out because now Tanya finds like, she's Kindle Unlimited. I guess I probably have it too now. I don't even look at my Kindle for that stuff. But anyway, she's constantly getting all the, I don't know, if somebody out there that's an avid Kindle reader, let me know how that works. Tanya doesn't even understand it. She just buys the books. But anyway, so I said to her, I finally said, well, what's the name of this book? And she's like looking on her phone. She goes, let me tell you. She looks up, she goes, The Silent Patient. I go, you literally just ruined it. I just bought this book on Audible. She thought it was so funny. To this day, I will say to her, Silent Patient. And she, like, it's like this joke of Mel and I. Because the first year that, okay, so to this day, Tanya and I, when she wants to start ruining something for me, I'm like, Silent Patient, Tanya, zip it. Like, you need to stop it. So the first year that we had the True Crime Book Club, before it was a True Crime Book Club, it was just Peter's Book Club back in the day. And, y'all, I looked on my BookTube channel. Okay, so the other day, for those of you that do not know, I announced the Cozy Book Club, okay, that I'm starting. I started this month. The first month, for September and October, we're reading all the Richard Osman books in the Thursday Murder Club series. As of September 25th, there will be 5 books in the series, okay? So I went over here, like I don't check views. I read comments, but like I don't check views and stuff very often. So when I was uploading my video yesterday, which was my review of Project Hail Mary, okay, sitting at 319 views, which to be honest with you on my BookTube channel, like that's not a badly viewed video, okay? James Patterson books, 872 videos. We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter, 708 videos, or views. I get between maybe 500 and like 800 views a video on my BookTube channel, okay? Welcome to the Cozy Mystery Book Club. What is going on with this video? 4.2 thousand views. That many people want to join my Cozy Book Club. I'm so excited about that. Oh my God, I was so excited about that. I was like, what is going on with that? So anyway, but okay, the first year that I did the True Crime Book Club, or the first year, before the True Crime Book Club, I've explained this so many times. Before the True Crime Book Club was the True Crime Book Club, it was just Peter's Book Club. The first Peter's Book Club, not the second Peter's Book Club that I closed down to start the Cozy Book Club. But well, I didn't close it down for that reason, but it's now the Cozy Book Club. Anyway, so that year, I wanted to just read like cult classics, pop culture books that were famous. We read like V.C. Andrews' My Sweet Audrina, anything that just like appealed to us. And so, like that, I don't know when I started it. I don't remember what books we even read in there. I remember a couple of them. Because that year was when we read I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara. That book came out like in March and we read it in April. And that was the book that, like, Mel and I really came together on and realized that we both love true crime. And that was really the book that inspired the True Crime Book Club. And, I mean, months later we talked about it, but that was like in April, I think we read that. And so, but I was picking all these books. We were going to read The Valley of the Dolls. I don't think we ever read that. The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. We didn't end up reading that. But we did read David Sedaris. What is going on? Oh, my Lord. That reminds me of being a kid and like being like, we should be Ghostbusters. Let's come up with Ghostbusters. Did you ever do that as a kid? You know? But anyway, I love that stuff as a kid. Imagination. Let's play imagination. Let's imagine, well, if I played imagination, I would imagine that I had won, not split that ticket. I guess I could be, well, if you're going to imagine, why imagine anything? I'd imagine that I won that Powerball and didn't split it with nobody, okay? And that my ass was sitting on $1.2 billion. And what were taxes? Well, in imagination, there would be no taxes. So I'd just be sitting on $1.2 billion. Baby, tonight, because the Cosmopolitan... Well, you know what? We've seen dogs there before, but this time we didn't see any dogs there. But I'd be like going back to Vegas, baby, with my $1.2 billion, my husband, and Walter and Otis. We'd be staying in a penthouse suite. No coyotes, baby. Gambling all night long and laying in bed ordering room service and watching TV and movies. I would live. Okay. So anyway, or going and getting an Airbnb like rich people did. Rich people vlogs. Anyway. So that first year, I wanted to like reread some, like My Sweet Audrina I'd read in high school. So Mel and I love this author. I still do love this author named Richard Lehman, okay? So I pumped this book up so much that I had read. Now, I remember reading this book, okay, years before when I was with my ex. And he was out of town at like some conference or something like that. My ex did hair, so he was like a hairstylist. So he would go to these hair conferences. So he was like at a hair show or something. And I was by myself for a weekend. And I remember I read this book that weekend. And I was so scared that I literally like bolt locked the bedroom door and had like a door, like a chair, like a dining room chair from the living room out up against the, like I was like so scared. And the book was Endless Night by Richard Lehman. Okay, whenever Mel reads a book today and it's a bad book, or she like in True Crime Book Club, if she would recommend a book and then we would read it and it sucked, I'd be like, girl, this book was not it. And she would text me 2 words, Endless Night, meaning that I pumped the hell out of this book and the book was so bad. So Endless, it comes up Endless Love. Endless Night, Richard Lehman. Now, a couple of his books I still haven't read. So here it is. It's about cannibals. But when I reread it, it was so bad, you guys. Okay. A plucky school kid and a crazy killer do battle. Endless Night is a terrifying journey into evil from horror master Richard Lehman. Perfect for fans of Stephen King and Dean Koontz, his author. He's since passed away. I loved this book. Here's the Goodreads synopsis of it. All of his books are extremely violent, though, I will tell you that. The last time I gave it a 3-star. It was bad. It was really bad. I admit it was. Jody is pretty tough for a 16-year-old girl. That's the only reason she's still alive, for now. She was sleeping over at her friend Evelyn's house when a group of killers broke in and tried to slaughter everyone. They're cannibals, actually. She saw Evelyn spit it on a spear, but Jody managed to escape, along with Evelyn's little brother, Andy. Simon was one of the killers that gruesome night. His friends have left it up to him to find the only living witnesses to their massacre, or else they'll butcher his family next. But Simon has his own reasons for wanting to get his hands on Jody. Jody! Now, there was another one, this book that I love, Night Calls Me or something. It was about a librarian, and like she had to follow these clues, and the clues got like, this book was good. This would be a good October book to read. What was the book called? Like, I haven't read The Traveling Vampire Show. The Cellar I read. I wonder why. I must have read it before I got on Goodreads. I've read a lot of these books. Is it In the Dark? Is that the book? Oh, here it is. This book, see, I don't even have it ranked because I read it before I was on Goodreads. In the Dark. What year did it come out? 2001, it says. I think it came out before that. Nothing much happens to Jane Carey. The book is called, if you want to read it, In the Dark by Richard Lehman. L-A-Y, here it is. L-A-Y-M-O-N. This book was so scary. I thought it was. If I reread it again, it was probably bad. Maybe I should reread it. Nothing much happens to Jane Carey, a young librarian. Then one day, Jane finds an envelope containing a $50 bill and a note instructing her to look homeward, angel, like the book. Jane pulls a copy of the Thomas Wolfe novel of that title off the shelf and finds a second envelope. This one contains a $100 bill and another clue. Both are signed MOG, Master of Games. But this is no ordinary game. As it goes on, it requires more and more of Jane's ingenuity and pushes her into actions that she knows are crazy, immoral, or criminal. And it becomes continually more dangerous. More than once, Jane must fight for her life, and she soon learns that the MOG, the Master of Games, won't let her quit this game. She'll have to play to the bitter end. You know what? I might read that book. Do you know what's another book that I actually loved back in the day? I think it's called Boy's Life. Hold on a second. Let me get into my Goodreads. I was just in it. I can't remember the guy's name, but he writes... Did you guys ever read this book? It's real... Actually, I bought it on Audible. Not Robert McGammon. This book is so good, and it's got a 4.4 rating on Goodreads. I mean, that's a pretty high rating, and it came out in 2011. No, I feel like I read it way before then. This book is so good. It goes through, like, the swamps in Louisiana and, like, psychics and all this kind of stuff. An Alabama boy's innocence is shaken by murder and madness in the 1960s South in the novel by the New York Times bestselling author of Swan Song. I don't think I've read any. I think maybe I've read one of his other books. They're really long. It's 1964 in idyllic Zephyr, Alabama. People either work for the paper mill up the Tecumseh River or for the local dairy. It's a simple life, but it stirs the impressionable imagination of 12-year-old aspiring writer Corey Mackinson. He's certain he's sensed spirits whispering in the churchyard. He's heard of the weird bootleggers who lurk in the dark outside of town. He's seen a flood leave Main Street outside of town. He's seen a flood leave Main Street crawling with snakes. Corey thrills to all of it as only a young boy can. Then one morning, while accompanying his father on his milk route, he sees a car careen off the road and slowly sink into fathomless Saxon's Lake. His father dives into the icy water to rescue the driver and finds a beaten corpse. Naked, I want to listen to this again, because I don't remember this. His father dives in the icy water to rescue the driver and finds a beaten corpse, naked and handcuffed to the steering wheel, a copper wire tightened around the stranger's neck. In time, the townsfolk seem to forget all about the unsolved murder. But Corey and his father can't. Their search for the truth is a journey into a world where innocence and evil collide. What lies before them is the stuff of fear, awe, magic, and madness, fantasy and reality. As Corey wades in the deep end of Zephyr and all its mysteries, he'll discover that while the pleasures of childish things fade away, growing up can be a strange and beautiful ride. Strongly echoing the childhood elegies of King and Bradbury and every bit of their equal, Boy's Life, a winner of both the Bram Stoker and World Fantasy Awards, represents a brilliant blend of mystery and rich atmosphere, the finest work of one of today's most accomplished writers. It was so good. And I don't know when I read it, but like I said, it must have been before I was on Goodreads, because it was so good. I might reread that. I think I have it on Audible. Hold on, let me look and see. Boy's Life. Here. No, I don't have it. Oh, because it's 20 hours. I'm going to add it. Oh, I have it on my wish list. It's 20 hours and 4 minutes. But it was so good. I have 3 credits available. Should I buy it? It's $18.37. Buy it. I bought it. Now I only got 2 credits left. I think I'm getting like 2 more credits here in a couple days. Well, in a week, I'll get 2 more credits. So, okay, after I watched Big Brother last night, then I watched Welcome to Plathville, Season 7, Episode 3, and I took notes. Coyote incident happened somewhere in there. And then I was like trying to figure out what... Oh, I thought I watched this movie right after Big Brother, but I didn't. I watched Welcome to Plathville. I actually was really enjoying getting back into Welcome to Plathville, because I was like, well, maybe I'll wait a couple days. I think tonight I'm going to watch another episode, and then take notes on it, and either do my video like tomorrow or Sunday. But I really enjoyed watching, well, I'm like back into the Welcome. It's so messy this season. And I kind of want to find out what happens next, because Veronica's kind of losing her mind. She's Micah's girlfriend. They're not together anymore. None of them are together with any of them, except for I think Lydia and Zach, who they all hate Zach, but I think they're still together. So anyway, I could be wrong about that, but I think they're still together. So anyway, what time is it? So anyway, after that I was like looking through, this is what I was talking about. I was on AMC and I was looking to see how many episodes of Daryl Dixon were out. Well, so my AMC, I don't know if this is like everybody's, but my AMC is linked with Shudder, but I also have Shudder. So I pay for Shudder and I pay for AMC with Shudder. I don't know why, but I love Shudder. And really the only reason I have Shudder, I ever got Shudder, is I don't ever watch, it has 9 million horror movies on it, and I rarely ever watch movies on Shudder, but the only reason I bought it is because of Dragula. because I love Dragula. When does the next season of Dragula come out? Okay. Next, I feel like they announced a season of Dragula. It usually starts in October. The next season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula will be season 7. Announcement date. Okay, casting closed on February 14th. Well, when does it start? April, it was renewed for a 7th season. Dragula season 7 release date. There is no confirmed release date for the Boulet Brothers Dragula 7, but it was officially announced. But that's why I have it. But I feel like it always kind of falls around Halloween. Oh my god, I love Dragula so much. If you like RuPaul's Drag Race and you've never watched Dragula, I think the first season, which is like, it's so amateurish, but I kind of lived for it. I think it's all on YouTube. If you look up Boulet Brothers, B-O-U-L-E-T, it's monster drag. So if you're grossed out easily, you won't like it. The further the seasons go, the less grotesque it gets. But like the early seasons, like it's like they poop in buckets and they vomit and stay. It's like gross. It's like they call it spooky drag or something like that. The prosthetics, I wouldn't say. I think that sometimes the stage performances are as good as like what you see on RuPaul's Drag Race, but in my opinion, I mean, I've seen some good performances on RuPaul's Drag Race, but in my opinion, like drag talent that you see in pageants is like heads and tails above anything that you ever see on any of these TV shows. Heads and tails. If you've never been to a drag pageant before and you think RuPaul's Drag Race lip syncs are where it's at, you need to look up some drag pageantry online. I mean, it's like, look up Miss Continental. I mean, the pageantry is like, the talent is unbelievable. But I love Dragula so much. The prosthetic use that they do in there, the special effects, the makeup, the artistry is incredible. And it's like, it's hard to compare it. Like, I don't think RuPaul and the Boulet Brothers like each other very much. They kind of like, RuPaul doesn't as much, but the Boulet Brothers will talk about like that other show, and they make kind of like digs every once in a while. But... And they also, like, pay the prize out of their own pocket, and RuPaul doesn't. It's interesting to me that they don't get along because they both come from the club scene in New York City. And so it's kind of surprising to me that, like, they're friends with, like, Kevin Aviance, and I don't know, it's kind of surprising to me that they don't get along. But it's also, it's interesting to me, like, even I'm doing it right now, comparing Dragula to RuPaul's Drag Race when there's really no comparison. Like, really, the shows are completely different. I mean, the competition style of it, and the stage presentation, and, like, on Dragula, you don't lip sync for your life. You, like, do this, like, extermination competition thing. That's completely different. It's kind of like to test, like, how much of a hard ass you are. The first seasons, it was like you have to get a tattoo of something. Or you have to, like, jump off, like, bungee jump off a building in the dark. Some of the stuff they did early on was scary. I'll be honest, like, some of it was, like, going to these rooms where there's no air and stuff like that. I don't know that I could have done it, if you want to know the truth. Or have, like, 1,000 bugs, spiders put over you, and scorpions and stuff like that. They don't really do that in the later seasons. I don't know why. But the early seasons, like, they would do it. Like, they would put 2 people in these, like, a coffin full of, like, scorpions and bugs and all this kind of stuff. And the one, no matter which one you thought deserved to go home, the person that said, let me out of here, was the one that went home. They don't do that anymore. Like, they don't really show who won it. But then the person that, like, you really think needs to go home is usually who goes home. So it's really like the Boulet Brothers are picking it. That's the only thing I don't like about the show. Because back in the day, it was like, some of them fought for their life. Like, they were like, no, I'm not going home. I will do whatever I have to do. Like, they swam with sharks one time. So anyway, but Dragula and RuPaul's Drag Race, like, the artistry of it, even though it's drag, is so much in different universes that it's kind of really hard to compare it. There's been, like, some of the queens have been on both shows. Very few of them. Jade Jolie was on RuPaul's Drag Race. She was the one that said back rolls to Alyssa Edwards. And then she was on Dragula, but I think she had a different name. I don't know. They changed their name. And then some of them have gone back and forth. But the artistry on Dragula, I mean, some of it is, like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. In a way that some of them on RuPaul's Drag Race are. I mean, it's just hit or miss, you know? But if you've never seen Dragula before, you should definitely check it out. It's good, if you like that kind of stuff. What was I going to say? So that's why I've Shudder. But anyway, I was looking on AMC last night to look for a movie, or I was just looking through their movies because I'm looking through all the apps for all the new movies. I looked on Apple to see like what new movies came out. I was going to rent some movie last night that just came out. I really want to watch see The Long Walk. I really want to see The Conjuring. Actually, Nikki's field trip was yesterday. She was taking her son this afternoon to go see The Conjuring because he really wanted to see it, her older son. I really want to see The Conjuring. There's like 4 movies out that I really want to see right now. I'll actually wait till see what Nikki thinks about it, and then I'll probably decide if we're going to go see The Conjuring or not. We might go see a movie on Sunday afternoon. Or Sunday evening, we'll see. Maybe. So last night I was like, I want to watch a movie. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of surprised, and I don't know if it's the Unknown Number documentary that came out, but of all the movies that I've reviewed in my movie channel so far, do you know which one has done the best? Is the Lifetime movie Mommy Meanest with Lisa Rinna. And so I'm kind of like, well, do people enjoy it more? You guys let me know. I was like, do people enjoy it more? Is it because of that movie that people are talking about it, so people are looking for it? And I mean, it didn't get like 100, it got like 2,000 views, but the other one got like, other videos got like 500 views. So I'm like, and I am looking for the views on that channel because I want to see what people are interested in. So at first, I am looking at it. So I was like, well, are people interested in this because it's like a bad Lifetime movie? Or are people interested in it because it's related to that documentary? So I actually went in last night and I like Google searched the best Lifetime movies. Well, first of all, I went in and I looked at the most popular movies on Netflix. Number 1 is K-Pop Demon Hunters, okay, which just came out like 2 months ago, with 291,000 or million views. I might watch that. Number 2 has come on here so many times, like I've looked it up so many times, and it's called Red Notice. Has anybody seen this movie? I've never even heard of it. But when I look it up, they're talking about there's going to be I was kind of surprised by some of these videos. Number 3 is Carry On, that Christmas movie. I didn't think it was that good. I mean, this is of all time. Highest viewed movies all time on Netflix. Number 4 is Don't Look Up. I loved that movie. Number 5 is The Adam Project. I haven't watched it. Number 6 is Bird Box. I loved it. Love the book by Josh Malerman. Number 7 is Back in Action. I don't even know what that is. Number 8 is Leave the World Behind. Loved it. Number 9 is The Gray Man. Don't know it. And number 10 is Damsel, which y'all remember that people used to beg me to watch that movie over here. But then I was looking over at, oh, here's Sister Wives stuff. So then I was looking at like the top Lifetime movies of all time, and the number 1 ranked with a IMDb user rating of 7.4 is Gracie's Choice that came out in 2014. I've never heard of this movie before. When their mother is sent to jail, where am I on time? When their mother is sent to jail, 17-year-old Gracie, played by Kristen Bell, does whatever it takes to keep her remaining family intact. Her turbulent story is partially based on a Reader's Digest article about a real-life person. Anne Heche earned a Primetime Emmy nomination for her performance as a drug-addicted mother. So it goes through here and it ranks like the top like 30 Lifetime movies of life, which is interesting because when I went in there and I looked, like Her Last Chance, which is about Kelly Martin plays a drug addict in it that goes to treatment. I love that movie so much. But I did not realize that I had seen so many of these Lifetime movies. So then I was like, well, maybe it would be fun for me to like watch like really bad movies that are not bad, like notoriously like I can't make it through, but like Lifetime movies are not like Oscar winners, you know? Maybe it'd just be fun for me to just like randomly pick random movie and be like, tonight I'm gonna watch Gracie's Choice, you know? Tomorrow night I'm gonna watch Titanic, you know what I mean? Like, and just react to the movie that I watch for that night. I think that would be like more fun, because I was like in my head, like at first when I started it, I felt like I needed to do these very serious movie reviews because I was watching a lot of these movie review people. And then it was like when I did the video about Mommy Meanest, I had so much fun doing that video. If you haven't seen my video of Mommy Meanest, the reaction to that movie yet, I had so much fun doing it. It was like literally like I was talking to a friend telling me about the movie. And I was like, no, I need to do these movie reviews the way that I would do any other video. And so I feel like just in the last couple days, I've learned how to get comfortable on that channel. So then I'm like, well, what movies would be fun for, then I'm like, I don't, because at first I was like, well, I need to pick all the newest movies, which I do want to pick out newer movies. But I'm like, I think honestly, like that K-pop Demons, because I don't know anything about K-pop. I don't know anything, I don't watch animated shows, and I don't know anything about cartoons whatsoever. You know I don't like cartoons, so I thought that would actually be a funny movie. Alex would probably want to watch that movie. So I thought, well, maybe we could watch that movie like, you know, tomorrow after the wedding, or, because he said he won't be home too late from the wedding. or we can watch it on Sunday or something like that, and then I can react to the K-pop movie. I thought that might be kind of a funny movie. Lifetime movies would be funny. Made-for-TV movies. If y'all have any made-for-TV movies or Lifetime movies or any just funny movie in general that you want me to react to, like the other day I said I don't think anybody would care about that except for maybe 1 or 2 people. So the person commented and said it wasn't a Richard Gere movie, it was a Kevin Costner movie. And I can't remember what movie it was now. But put any movies in the comment section below that you would just like to see my reaction to. Okay, not just a reaction, but like you're like, oh no, I would like to see Peter react to this. Because I think it would be fun for me just to do any... The camera stopped. I think it would be fun for me just to do any random movie out there. So last night, I was looking through AMC, and Dangerous Animals came up. Well, I've been wanting to see this movie for a while because it's a shark movie. And y'all know, even though I'm scared to death of sharks, I love shark movies. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this movie. So it's funny that I fell asleep so quickly last night because I did have 2 cups of coffee. I made my second cup of coffee last night while I was watching this movie. I was so excited about this movie. For those of you that don't want to go watch my review, I will tell you, I went into like great detail in my review of it. I gave it 4 out of 10 stars, and I said I would probably, like if one of my friends asked me, I'd be like, don't waste your time. I didn't think it was that good. I think the concept for it is good. It's really not about sharks. It's really a thriller about a serial killer that uses sharks as weapons, is really about. And the idea of dangerous animals is really commentary on humans are the most dangerous animals, not sharks. There's a scene when it's like, you know, but at the same time, it's like, didn't we already know that? Like, do we need a movie called Dangerous Animals to like, and I didn't even say this in my reaction, I should have, but whatever. It was very slow to me at the beginning. I mean, they're marketing it kind of as a shark movie, and I didn't really feel like there were a lot of sharks in it, if you want to know the truth. The sharks were, I think, very real looking. If they were Manatron or whatever that's called, animated, I don't know. They 3D, they looked very real to me. But they just kind of circled at the end of the boat. You didn't, even when they ate the girl, you didn't, there was like one girl they ate, you didn't really get to see a whole lot of that. Like they showed her head like floating away, and that was kind of fake, in her arm. But it's really more the thriller aspect of this serial killer that's a shark survivor. Like, he had a shark attack when he was 7, and he survived it. They called it, like, Jaws Survivor or something. And he survived it. So, this guy right here is, like, younger, and he's, like my age. I said younger, my age. Oh, I like that. And I'm, like, seeing him walk, I'm like, I'm getting out there tonight. I'm getting out there tonight. So, anyway, but then he becomes, it's like he's working through his trauma of killing his, anyway. Watch it if you want. Like, for me, it's kind of one of those movies that you have in the background while you're, like, scrolling through social media. I just didn't, you don't have to pay that close attention to it. I mean, I read that online. It's got, like, an 87% Rotten Tomatoes score. I mean, did I miss something? Like, I understand conceptually it's not a shark movie. It's not even a horror movie. It's about a serial killer that's using sharks as weapons. Okay, I get it. I understand that the commentary is that the most dangerous animals are human beings. I understand that. But there's got to be more to it than that. The character development was not that deep. I thought all the people in it were beautiful. They were all gorgeous. Even the serial killer, I thought he was good looking. I don't know. None of it was I that greatly impressed with. So anyway, the dog slept next to me the whole time. I think they were so worn out by being worried about the coyotes, the coyotes. So then I finished the movie. And I was going to watch something else after that. I was going to watch like another episode of War of the Worlds. But by that point, I was like, I'm tired. Oh, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just like go to bed. I'm getting all my nights switched up. I was like, maybe I'll just go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. It wasn't that early. I mean, it was like a little bit before 5, but that's, you know, I usually go to bed about, well, maybe it was a lot earlier than that. Now I can't remember what time it was, because I can remember thinking maybe I should, but then I sat there on the chair for a little bit. Anyway, I went to bed, and then I got up today and have had a full day. And now I'm doing the caterpillar and the snake. The caterpillar and the snake. And I'm going to walk and eat dinner, and I might try to finish that romance, love con, whatever that's called tonight. And then, I don't know, y'all give me some movie recommendations in the comment section below for me to review. And I'll pick one of your recommendations. If you've made it this far in the vlog, since it's so beautiful, put your favorite fall emoji. It can be a pumpkin, it can be a fall leaf, it can be something scary like a ghosty. It can be anything. But put that in the comment section below. And also put a movie that you would like to see me, you either think it would be funny for me to react to. And I'll try to pick a movie that I've never seen before as well. So put a bunch of movie, you know, oh, Peter, these are the movies I want to see you react to. Put those in the comment section below. Let me know what your plans are this weekend. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, and if What is today? It's Friday. I hope you have a magically amazing Friday and a fantastic beginning to your weekend. And if nobody else has told you this today, you know who. I'm here to tell you. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.